Hi there. So let's paint an illustration. More than ever today, you wake up to go to work. There's a neighbor of yours who never leaves the house. Maybe he or she leaves, goes to the gym, comes back, he's in the house. You come back, you find them gardening or walking their dog, and you ask yourself, what do these people do? Okay, let's paint another scenario. Back in campus, we used to see people who would sleep very late at night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and they would be stuck on their computers after class, doing what is called academic writing or digital marketing or something of the sort. This is the reality of the future of work as witnessed today. More than ever, there's so many people working online and doing remote jobs for companies in Delaware or in Japan or China, and they're based here in Kenya. Likewise, there are people in China and other places who are working from Kenya, but from their comfort of their homes. How is this reality being powered? How do you start off with remote work? How do you engage in remote employment without you necessarily moving to the headquarters of the company that employs you? My name is Brian Jedutieno. Welcome to TECHOVER. This episode we'll be talking about remote jobs and how you can get started, the challenges that you should expect in remote working, and so much more. But first off, here is the tech news of the week.
Nation Digital Summit is back. The 2024 edition, also the fourth of the annual tech event, moves from the coast to Naivasha with key focus on integration and intersection of two key technological domains, digital technologies and artificial intelligence. The event will explore the blending and mutual reinforcement of digital technologies and artificial intelligence that has led to a synergistic relationship that can drive technological advancements and create new opportunities across various domains. Delegates will learn from businesses and organizations that have used digital technologies to provide the infrastructure and data for AI systems to operate through intelligence and automation to digitize processes, making them more efficient and effective. This will be an opportunity for leaders in various sectors to identify new opportunities for innovative applications and services leading to advancement in the different industries, creating intelligent systems that can adapt and optimize space. See Nation Media Group website to sign up and participate. Kenya has signed a number of agreements with Japanese firms, including the giant Japan's Toyota Tsusho Corporation, that could unlock nearly 99 billion shillings, or just about $620.7 million in investments in key energy and automobile assembly. The pact entails 15 billion shillings Meru Wind Farm Energy, 8 billion shillings Isiolo Solar Energy, 800 million shillings Tika Kenya Vehicle Manufacturing initial investment, 75 billion of Menengai geothermal plant and electrified vehicles promotion. President Ruto further revealed that the Kenyan delegation was engaging Toyota to consider setting up a manufacturing plant in Kenya to tap into the growing demand for its products deliberation, which he said were making positive progress. Android has upgraded ways to limit other apps on your phone, learning your way, trends, and promoting adverts your way. With app-suggested ads, new privacy features will now help protect your identity and information about your application while enabling apps to show only reliable and relevant ads. With ad measurement, limited types of data are shared between apps to understand the performance of their key ads, such as the time of the day the ad was shown. The update will also give more options on the ads you choose to consume. Finally, Google announced on Thursday that it is renaming Bard chatbot to Gemini, releasing a dedicated Gemini app for Android, and even folding all its Duet AI features in Google Workspace into the Gemini brand. It also announced that Gemini Ultra 1.0, the largest and most capable version of Google's large language model, is being released to the public. Gemini's mobile apps will likely be the place most people encounter the new tool.
Very well. Now you are up to speed with what was happening in the tech week and what you should expect. Time now for that conversation on remote jobs. I am now joined by a seasoned remote worker who is an expert in digital marketing. Iglin Samoe is here with us. Eglin, great to see you.
Thank you so much, Brian. My name is Eglin Samoe. I'm a digital marketer and a strategist. So I work remotely as a digital marketer here in Kenya. So besides that, I'm also a tutor and trainer for the digital marketing course.
How did people start off in remote work and how did it gain popularity in Kenya?
I think what I would say with that is the remote work really started when we started having the internet and then people having the computers. So over time with the internet penetration in Kenya and then now with the knowledge and people being able to browse, knowing what is happening, knowing they can get opportunities out there. And then if you look at it again during COVID, when now COVID came in 2019 is when it really changed things up because business also started embracing working from home or I can say working remotely, which really changed a lot of things. And during that time again, we also see the internet penetration in Kenya and the internet speeds increasing, which has really helped because now you can work remotely. You have the internet at home. Internet now is available across the country, so you can really work from anywhere. So we can just say the technological inventions and also the COVID-19 really triggered a lot about that.
With that said, there is also the reality of unemployment rate in the country. There are so many young people who don't have jobs. So what part of this is being contributed to by unemployment, the unemployment rate versus the people who are looking for jobs online?
The unemployment rate is really crazy and it's driving a lot of youths, especially young people, to go to the online or the remote work sites. So I think the unemployment rate has really pushed a lot of Kenyan and especially young people, knowing they have the skill, they have gone to campus, they have completed college, they have the skill, and they can't really see where they can be employed here in Kenya. So people will opt for going to overseas or looking for opportunities outside the country, but virtually. Okay. Yes.
If I have a skill, say in plumbing, and I have to be on site to do the work, and right now we have applications that are people register with their skills and they get remote work and they get jobs, they get on-demand skills. Do I consider that a remote job?
If you look at it, there are some tasks or there are some jobs that you can really work remotely. Then there are some that you can't. For instance, me as a digital marketer, I'm able to execute the job of a client through the computer or at my desk from my laptop, from my phone. I can manage their social media platforms. I can do their website optimization. Then there are some tasks that needs you to be there physically. So again, there is aspect of the hybrid model. So it depends on how the kind of job is, because in some cases you may be needed to be there. For some, you really don't need to be there completely for you to execute the job.
Are influencers too remote workers?
I think so, because they don't show up at the office. Yes, if you look at it by the definition. So an influencer is somewhere at their home, they're traveling, there are maybe travel content creators, so they are somewhere. So, but then again, they have a contract with a certain company. So I think in my own definition, it qualifies to be a remote job because they are not there unless they need to show up, or in some cases, yes.
Very well then. How does somebody get started in remote work?
From the basics, I would say first is to have the skill. So you need to niche down and understand what you want to do. And is this job available remotely? So for instance, if you want to do web development, if you want to be a digital marketer, if you want to be a blogger, so you have the skill. And then having a laptop would really be good, and having internet. So those are the basic steps, I would say, the very basic things you need to do. Then after that, now, once you have the laptop, you have your computer, is now you search for these jobs on the job board. So there are sites that are offering these jobs, let's say Upwork or remote. If you just even search for remote, you will normally see all those websites listed there. There is even the LinkedIn platform itself. You can filter the jobs based on remote, full-time, part-time. So going to those platforms and searching for those jobs. Yes, that's how to get started. Also being in a network or networking with people and trying to understand those people who are already in those jobs. And also being present, having your presence and telling people that you are available for remote work really does on your social media platforms. So it's a good way to tell also people what you do and what you need to do.
What are some of the skills that are needed currently in getting into remote work? Some of the on-demand skills that are most requested by most employers?
If you look at the jobs related to IT, there is a lot demand into that. Also, anything related to the IT, so maybe the software, the web development, the digital marketing, the business analyst, data engineers, data scientists. I would say those are some of the jobs that are really on demand. Yes.
The reality of most Kenyans is they are really good at what they do, they are skilled, and they are very, very good at what they do, but they don't know how to put themselves out there to get this remote work. How can somebody put themselves out there to get remote work?
I would approach it this way. For you as a person, let's say as an individual, because as Eglin, I understood the value of being online and the digital presence, because you'll get many eyeballs, you'll catch many eyeballs, many recruiters with your profile. So the first thing is to set up, I would advise to set up your profile on LinkedIn. It is a very good platform for you to get jobs and also to understand what kind of jobs are there. So fill out your profile on LinkedIn. Also be active on, say, a social media platform like X now, which is formerly Twitter. For me personally, I'm very active there, talking about digital marketing. So what you say, you see, what you tell people is what they'll know about you. So that the next time Brian thinks of a service, maybe he wants for his business, is thinking of doing a digital marketing for his business, who will come on top of mind? He'll say, I'll go to Eglin. There is this person. Also, it is good to have a website. In some cases, you will so that you are able to share your portfolio, show us your past skills, not your past skills, but your past jobs. What have you done? What can you do? So it is very important to optimize your profile on LinkedIn or any other social media platform. And social media platform is free, so you can use them.
So there's a general notion that now that you are on your own, you're your own boss, you don't have to show up to work and you don't have any human resource officer breathing down your neck, whether or not you've shown up and such kind of a thing. What does it take to be a dedicated remote worker? Do you still need to be disciplined, or you just want to be on your own and now say you're working under minimal supervision?
Like any other job, a remote job really needs a lot of patience, a lot of self-discipline, because you see, you are alone. So let's say you are in a house, you are in a place that you are working. So assuming it's your home, you've set up a desk. So it's upon you to control everything that you are doing. So you have the time, you have the space, you have everything. So you know at this time, this is I'm supposed to work. There is food here, there is TV, there is your so friends. Yes, so many distractions. So there is you need to have a lot of self-discipline. So that's the first thing. So if you're living with people, let's say your family, you need to inform them that I'm also working and this is my desk, so that they have those boundaries, so that they can know from 8 to 5 Eglin is working, or between 12 to 6 p.m. Eglin is working, and they'll have that respect, and they'll also see it is a job.
Talk to us about the seasonality of these jobs, of these remote jobs, because that's another reality we are faced with today.
When it comes to remote working, or basically the freelance, you need to have a lot of financial discipline. Yes, a lot of financial discipline, something that's not really maybe talked about, but you need to have a lot of financial discipline, because you don't know when the contract will end, you don't know the changes that will be made at the company, and that might get you as a surprise. So even when you're spending, you really need to spend well. And also knowing that, especially if you're still living alone, there is a lot of that isolation and loneliness. So you need to find some activities that keeps you going, maybe doing walks in the evening, going to the gym, those who prefer gardening, all those activities. So you find something that will not just let you sit at your desk. Yeah. Yes.
It is often said that remote workers have a lot of money in this town, especially for the tech boys or the tech bros, as they are commonly known. Just what is the earning potential in remote work?
Yes, it is good. There is money in remote working, but it is step by step. Just like any other job, because you'll have 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience, depending on the job description, depending on the amount of work you need to do. So yeah, and it varies. So it varies by country to country on how they pay. So yeah, there is money, but also it's not that. there is money, but just like any other job, it has on different pay rates. Yeah.
Finally, do you as Eglin regret ever taking up remote work and going with that all your life? And would you take a job employment?
Never say never, but I don't really regret because of the flexibility that it gives me. Okay. Because in some seasons I'll be in Nandi County just working from home, and I connect with my family and with my friends. So I don't really regret about it. Yes, and I also make an earning, so it's good. See, nakapo.
Very well then, now that's the discussion on remote work and how you can get started working remotely for a company based in England, Delaware, or wherever it is you feel like. We've been speaking to Eglin Somwe, who is a seasoned digital marketer who works fully online from 2015. How cool is that? Almost a decade, almost 10 years. Interesting. That's how much you can build working remotely. Time now for us to take a short break. We'll be back with the startup of the week. Don't go too far. Welcome back. You're watching TECHOVER, the show that discusses all things technology. Time now to know who our innovator of the week is. Here then is your segment on Startup of the Week.
The African economy is growing, and growing fast at that. According to the IMF's World Economic Report, 11 of the 25 fastest growing economies are countries in Africa. There is a particular emphasis on the emergence of e-commerce sector. McKinsey estimates that Africa's IGDP, or the internet contribution to GDP, will reach $300 billion or 10% of Africa's overall GDP by 2025. However, e-commerce isn't without its set of challenges. Many Africans are slow to trust online stores with their personal payment details. This stems from the lack of knowledge about online payment systems and advanced security measures. Africa has a diverse population with different cultures, politics, and economics. As a result, country-specific e-commerce companies have opened up. One of those is Big Store, originally from Kenya. Big Store saw the challenge of mistrust and stepped up the due diligence process on listing of merchants.
The gap that we are attempting to plug in the market is when you do online shopping, customers don't really know where they're getting their products from. They don't know whether these merchants are legit. They don't know whether the products they're getting are quality. And there's also the issue of price. So what Big Store is attempting to do is bridge that gap between merchants and customers by ensuring that customers can access quality and affordable products, and also be sure that they're accessing it from legit merchants. And on the merchant side, we enable them to expand their reach. And it's the idea of do you build or you partner? So we've already done the work for you. We've built the e-commerce platform. So all you need to do is work with us.
There is also the reality of how tough running an e-commerce site in Kenya is, with the likes of Sendi having closed shop recently. Marundu notes that strategic partnerships are key in ensuring a sustainable business.
First of all, we have to understand that e-commerce, like a lot of tech markets and tech industries, is not a zero-sum game. So it's not that there are certain players who are benefiting more than others. The pie is big enough for all of us. So it still makes sense to try and tap into this market. Now, as for the challenges, I mean, the challenges are always there, mostly from established competitors. But we believe we're best placed to take on those competitors because we have really worked with some of our delivery partners to ensure that once you order something, you get it on time. And like I mentioned, since we work directly with the merchants of these products, you can be sure that what you're getting is high quality.
With a market that is largely small and medium enterprise-based, small traders, some with an annual turnover of just 500,000 shillings, and even those in the service industry, make the largest category of merchants on their platform. With a little over 1,000 clients in their portfolio, Marundu credits the value of referrals to their steady growth in a market proving relatively tough for the e-commerce platforms.
But a particular challenge is also getting our name out there. It takes a bit of time for customers to get to know you and also build that trust before now people really really trust you. But like I said, the response so far has been positive, so we are excited about what the future holds.
The other key issues dogging the African e-commerce space is the challenge of national addressing system that hinders ease of delivery of goods and services to destinations. In some ways, Africa's transportation and delivery system is not equipped to deal with the booming e-commerce industry. Many roads are not paved and the terrain is often difficult to travel. This has created obstacles for e-commerce merchants seeking viable delivery options. Two new developments that can help overcome delivery problems are drone delivery and crowdsourced delivery options. Recently, commercial drone deliveries were launched in Rwanda by United States startup Zipline. This has helped overcome Rwanda's hilly terrain, which makes it difficult for deliveries to be carried out by cars or motorcycles. Marundu and team equally hope to provide such tailored solutions to the e-commerce space in Kenya, and that's our startup of the week.
Very well, that's our innovator for the week. Time now to get the tech tip of the week, and then we'll just wrap up the show.
Hi guys, my name is Duncan and welcome to this week's tech tip of the week. And today I'll be showing you how you can make the volume of your computer louder. So go to Google and then search for Volume Master. Click on the first link and then click Add to Chrome. Once it is installed, click on the extensions icon at the top and make sure that you pin it so that it appears at the top. And then you're going to get this icon right here. And this will allow you to increase the volume of your computer from 100% all the way to 600%. However, it is advisable for you to do this with an external speaker so that you don't risk distorting your laptop speaker. That's it for this week and see you in the next one.
Very well. Now, that's a fair point to leave it at. We've known the tech news of the week. We've also known how you can get started with remote work and how to be disciplined and make a career out of whatever skill you have and to monetize it. And most importantly, how to put yourself out there. We've also known the innovator of the week and also the tech tip of the week. A fair point to leave it at. My name is Brian Jodotino. Always a pleasure hosting you on TECHOVER. This and so much more. Up until next week, may tech live forever.